8 and verse 2. Please never forget this scripture for as long as you live. Let's read together. 1 Corinthians 8:2. Ready? 1 to go. And if any man think that he knoweth anything, he knoweth nothing yet as he ought to know. Please look up. In the academia, we have grades. Is that true? F, E, or P, C, B, and A. I think that those are the general grades. When somebody gets F, I think P starts from 40 in most institutions. You can get 38. 38 is not the same thing as 0. Yet 0 and 38 is still F. Are we together? Do we agree that 0 and 38 is still? Now, if they ask you to stand according to how you failed, the person who got 0 will be behind. So you are in front of someone. Yet if they say all those who got F stand here, you will be in the same category. So just because there is someone behind you does not mean you have passed. And they comparing themselves with themselves are not wise. So if the person who scored 0, the person who scored 12, the person who scored 21, and the person who scored 38 are there arguing about who is greater, and some intelligent people, who is greater? They all are still, they are still under F. High level spiritual illumination. Be careful when you find consolation in the fact that at least someone is behind me. The question is, what is your grade? I can sing better than this. I can preach better than this. At least I have 100,000. If you are just saying that to thank God for his mercies, that's fine. But you are saying that to endorse mediocrity. This is why Africa still remains the way it is. We celebrate nothing. We clap over nothing. I apologize. I'm here to stretch you. You called it. You invited me here to come and... Are we together? Yes, listen, can I tell you this? Champions are so determined to rise. They don't even know when they've crossed the finish line. Because their eyes are never on the finish line. They would have crossed the finish line and they are not even aware. They are too distracted to be stopped to say, look, you finished. I didn't even realize I finished 5 years ago because I'm still aiming at something higher. This one thing I do, forgetting the things that are behind, I press. You're a man of God here, study like you've not started. You're a businessman here, do business like you've not started. Don't let 1 million, 10 million, 100 million deceive you. Is that all you need in your life? Don't go back home and say, I'm better than the rest. Remember my teaching. Don't forget this teaching on 0 and 39. You can use it to counsel pride out of people. Many years ago, I schooled in a region where we used to do debates, this thing called debates. You remember? Quiz and debates. And relative to the schools around us, they were not really very smart. It was a very simple area. And so if they heard that we were coming, it was like terrorists were arriving. Until the day we went to face another school, we were champions within. I mean, whether you rehearse or not, because the other school can literally get 0 in the whole quiz. They can answer, they can fail all the questions. So even if you answer only 3, you will still go back with the prize. We kept believing we were good. Until now, we went to do a statewide quiz and debate. Oh my God. We returned back to that school like we're returning from a funeral. I remember students, you would see somebody who is 14th position and yet his average is 80.5. There are very good schools like that. You see somebody with 95%, yet his position is 11th in class. 95%. And you will see another school, somebody having 41 position, 41, maybe 50, and his third position. I'm not concerned about your score. What is your grade? That level. I press. I'm better than my family members. Thank God, I press. I'm better than everybody around me by whatever standard. I press. The day His Majesty claps for you, then you know you have done well. Until then, you set your eyes. You see, refuse to be distracted. It's good to pat yourself at the back when God grants you grace, but be careful. You can over pat yourself and it slows down your pace and you don't even move forward again. Is God speaking to someone? High level spiritual illumination. You are a businessman, stop running around. Go and sit down, get books and study. Go and study. You are in ministry, you are a man of God. Don't say there are so many invitations, doors of ministry is opening. Who is inviting you? You see, until you get to the palace, don't trust any other place you are in. Only the palace can give you the reward that actually enthrones you like royalty. I have a restaurant, Apostle. Until you serve kings, don't stop. Get the knowledge. I am a tailor. Who are you dressing? Until you dress kings, don't stop. Are we together? Stretch yourself. Stop celebrating mediocrity. Pat yourself at the back. Don't be too hard on yourself. But I'm telling you, don't be afraid of stretching yourself. You will not die. Say knowledge. Say light. Quickly. Number 3. Are we learning something? It's good to come to church. The third price it takes for enlargement